Happy Manga Monday! I'm finally like back in the swing of things and somewhat normal. Anyway, this video I'll be talking about my absolute favorite reads of 2024 so far. These are ones that I've read, that I've loved, and that have been released in 2024. They're not including ones that I just ended up reading this year for the first time, but came out last year or 5 years ago or what have you. I'm not including those. They're not any of the ongoing series that came out with new volumes this year that I'm reading and loving. Just if the first volume of a new series came out this year, then I'm talking about it. So yeah, let me know what your new favorite reads are of 2024, and we'll see if any of our favorites overlap. And of course, if you haven't already, please subscribe. And if you like this video, please hit the thumbs up button. Thank you, and let's get into it. So first up is the webtoon See You in My 19th Life. So I extensively talked about this in my webtoon tier list video. If you want to know more of my thoughts on it, I obviously put it in S tier, as well as some other series that I picked up and started reading this year that I really enjoyed, but didn't come out this year. So, and some that did, but like this one was my favorite webtoon of 2024 so far. Yeah, I really love reincarnated series, period, if you didn't already know, because I talk about it so much on this channel. So our main character here keeps being reincarnated and ends up remembering all of her lives. She gets to her 18th life and she meets a rather quick, unfortunate end, and so now she's living her current 19th life, and she's curious about the boy that she met in her 18th life, and whether the feelings that she started having and the care she felt for him were just curiosity or if it was something more. So she tries to track him down in this next life of hers. And yeah, I think it's really cute. I absolutely am head over heels for it. So yeah, go check out that webtoon tier list video if you want more info and just more of my reviews on webtoons I read this year, because that'll all be in that video. And next up we have KX. I'm not sure when you're supposed to say the X, if ever. KX Yaku, Bound by Law. So I talk about this video in my top BLs that I've read so far in 2024. So if you want more BL recommendations, definitely check that video out. This is one of my favorites in general, not just a BL, so I had to give it a shout out here. I specifically really love mafia type BL stories. So just like with the reincarnated one, the mafia has my heart and I can't resist, so obviously I picked it up right away. There's also honorable mention to Mobsters in Love. I thought that one was really cute and funny and just like a goofier Yakuza mafia type story. So yeah, honorable mention to that one. But for this one, it's a bit more serious in tone. There is this, like, I'm just gonna call him a detective. He's like has a special public servant type job. I don't care. There's like a detective and he's been assigned to try and get in with this Yakuza boss who just happens to have a penchant for men. So obviously they think he can honey trap them or something, but the boy's too smart for that. He immediately flags it. You're not gay, you're probably undercover, F off. But they end up realizing they both have a common goal, and that is to find out what happened to one of their ex-colleagues and the other one's sister, who has mysteriously vanished a couple years back. So yeah, they end up pairing up and trying to get to the bottom of this mystery. I mean, I love me a mystery. I love Yakuza. I love, crime type stories, and yeah, it ticks all the boxes for me. That's the gist of it. And if you want to hear me gush more about it or any other more BLs, then yeah, go check that video out. Moving on from them, is another one that I have talked about, though I did talk about it quite a while ago, so maybe you didn't watch that video, but I will also be keeping this one brief, and that is smoking behind the supermarket with you. First off, kids, well, not just kids, anybody watching, smoking's bad for you, don't do it. But this is super cute bonding relationship story that centers around smoking. So just vicariously live through them and don't actually pick up the dirty habit. But I absolutely love how these two couldn't be different personalities. Oh, I love me and opposites attract, as you'll see next up as well. And this cute little age gap going on where this 45-year-old salaryman who is beaten down by the corporate grind and has nothing left to live for except for the charming smile of his favorite cashier at the supermarket that he frequents. That is what he's living for. And then one day she is just so happens not to be working, and then he ends up running into this girl behind the supermarket who's smoking a cigarette, which also happens to be his vice. So he ends up striking a conversation with the cool, teasing Tayama, but Sasaki, the salaryman, doesn't realize that he already knows her. So yeah, it's really, really cute. I love teasing romances too, where the girls kind of messes around with the guy because they be gullible and get a rise out of them, or you could get a reaction out of them. Teasing's fun. It's fun. It's fine. My cat's under my chair. It startled me. Yes, you startled me. Ah. Anyway, so yeah, it's really cute. It's really slice of life-ish and slow paced, more conversation driven, more character driven. And I only really like that type of story if I just click with the characters, and I just really did. I clicked with them, I like them, I find them fun and enjoyable, two goofy adults going through life. And yeah, I would say it's like kind of one of those comfort reads where you just find it very relaxing and comforting and enjoyable. So I think it's worth picking up if any of that appealed to you. So yeah, like I mentioned, I like opposite attract stories, and couldn't be more on the nose with this next title. You and I are polar opposites. I mean, it's in the goddamn title. This is actually a Shonen Jump title, which I think is very interesting because it is very heavily relationship focused. Like, not just a little bit, like the whole gist of it is this girl ends up having a crush on him. She's a little bit worried what people in the class might think, but then decides, hey, my feelings are valid. I'm gonna tell my crush I like him. And it ends up that their feelings are mutual. So they start dating. That's it. Like, it's just so charming and cute, and like the characters are just so easygoing and quirky in a very cute and endearing way that I don't know, I just instantly fell in love with them. Like, it's very simple story. I mean, smoking behind the supermarket was simple, but this is like taking the simplicity to another level, I guess. I'm just in my cozy comfort romance read era, I guess. I don't know what to tell you. But yeah, it's obviously a high school romance. Being published by Shonen Jump is bizarre to me, but at the same time it kind of makes me happy that like a predominantly young male audience is going to be introduced to romance regularly in their magazine. Like, that's what I'm implying from this being a Shonen Jump title, is it's in the Shonen Jump magazine. And I love that. I love that for like it not to just be exclusively action adventure type stories, which I love, don't get me wrong, but to have guys like be introduced to romance and romantic comedy type stories, you know, get that little cute and fluffy dose in and normalize that. Let's normalize guys reading romance. What the frick is wrong with that? So I'm all here for it. I'm all here for this series. I'm really excited to read what cute little adorable antics these two get up to next. So last on the more cute and cozy romance train, we have one that I just got in June, and shared in my haul video, but I didn't say anything about it because I knew this video was coming next. But if you do want to see what other manga I bought in June, go check that video out. That was last Monday's video. And yeah, so that is The Fragrant Flower Blooms with Dignity. I don't know why I have to say the title in a weird way because it's just so flowery and sophisticated. But yeah, this is also an opposite. Oh my god, this is also an opposites attract. I just kind of realized that. Like the cutesy, more petite and posh girl. I mean, I want to say that like in quotes because she goes to an elite school that's like usually frequented by the rich and the posh members of society, but she herself is on scholarship, so she doesn't quite fit the bill, but she is still petite and small and adorable, and he is large and intimidating and kind of gives you that scary delinquent vibe, but he's not. He is a sweetheart. He is a misunderstood, awkward little bean, and we love him. I am so passionate about how much I love this. So yeah, they end up being from two neighboring schools, one a all-girls private school, like I said, for usually the rich and the hoity-toity bunch, and that is next to a kind of less than stellar all-boys school. So the two schools do not really interact and do not have good vibes, you know. they are like oil and water and they do not mesh. But these two end up meeting outside of school at Rintaro's family's bakery, which Kaoruko, I know I'm butchering her name, Kaoruko frequents, and they just happen to meet there. And Rintaro is very aware of like how his appearance comes off, and he's very much kind of like accepted that he's always just going to be the scary delinquent looking guy, but Kaoruko doesn't seem to see him that way, and they actually hit it off right from the jump, and they're just so cute together. They're so stinking cute, but it's more of like a drama from the outside because of their schools being rivals and like not meshing well and stuff. And yeah, so that's like where the angst and the drama comes in. They're like the precious, most sweetest angels. They are angels. they can do no wrong. So yeah, if you just want like just really like sweet, very nice, very like adorable romance, this one's a little more dramatic heavy, like I said, because of the outside forces. Then the last two are a little bit more on the rom-com vibes. This one has its funny moments, but it's just, no, it has like a little bit more of that drama edge to it. They're just so cute. Oh my god. I'm in my cozy comfort romance era, I guess. I should just embrace it at this point. When like 3 in a row are like polar opposites meet cute romance, quirky romance vibes. And yeah, so I got a type. but I'm still a dark baddie on the I can't say that with a straight fucking face. I am still a dark baddie as well. What I mean by that is that I also love me a good dark, gritty, horrific, grimy, bloody, gory story, and that's where the first volume of 2024 that I loved comes in. Gannibal. So this is way different than all the other ones that I really enjoyed. Giving you whiplash? I apologize. I know even this cover is just like freaking creepy, but it's also just so like intriguing to me, which is why I bought it like off the cover. And the synopsis of this small creepy town possibly having cannibalistic residents in it and a mysterious disappearance. Ooh, it's spooky. I love this chillingly happy back cover that's just like, it's you know when you see something that's just like so phony happy and cheerful. Like, that's the vibe it's giving. It's like, no guys, really, it's fine here. It's great here. No, look at this cover. It's not great. It's not happy. It's so forced and phony. And that's what this new policeman who has just taken over in this small town after the previous one has disappeared under mysterious circumstances is feeling. He's feeling that this small town is weird. It's got weird vibes. And it's got a particular family at the center of it that not only are these cannibalistic rumors about, but that seem to follow their own set of rules and are giving him the heebie-jeebies, essentially. So he's very suspicious of them. And they're a very interesting, like you would equate it to kind of like a redneck kind of Deliverance vibe, if anyone's seen that weird movie. You know, like the very creepy, like remote villages. It's shady and it's really, really disturbing. And this poor little family, the policeman has a wife and a child, which is the creepy, happy, forced happy family in the back, is now kind of stuck in this small town, and the weirdness is just amping up. So I'm really excited to see where it goes. I hope the horror elements and that just the freaky, creepy atmosphere continues, but it doesn't give everything away too soon, because like something big kind of happens at the end and it kind of ends on a cliffhanger, and I freaking hate cliffhangers. But especially because Volume 1 took forever to come out. It was slated to come out in January. What month did I get it in? June. So even though Volume 2 is supposed to come out in like November, I don't buy it. I don't believe it. Like, you're telling me lies. I mean, if it does, I'll be pleasantly surprised, but I just feel like I'm gonna wait forever for this freaking cliffhanger to be resolved. But I hope that like things stay like more in the unknown and the like rumblings of creepiness and not like all come out at once, I guess, is my hope. I don't know, like, because it could go one of two ways, where it could like be a really good, interesting horror type dark story full of suspense and mystery, or it could show its cards too quickly and kind of fall apart. I don't know. That's what a lot of mysteries and like horror type stories are to me, essentially. And I think to a lot of people, it's like good horror does it well. If it's not good, it's not gonna do it well. But this first volume anyway was really promising. I really was sucked in. I was really on the edge of my seat. This was the last book I managed to read before I felt too sick to read anymore. At the end of June into the beginning of July. And it, even though I wasn't feeling my best, it was like gripping me, and it had me in a chokehold. So I don't know, if you like horror, if you like suspense, if you like mystery, then I'd say pick it up. I know it was a bit of a pivot from the other titles in here, most of which were romance, or at least like with BL was more of a romance undercurrent that wasn't like super prevalent in the first volume at all, but still in the romance genre. And then we have this outlier. But yeah, I'll stop showing this creepy cover, even though I like it. It's really weird and I like it. Ugh, it's so gross. I love it. I have two moods, and those are the two distinct moods. But yeah, let me know what your reading tastes are below. Strictly romance, strictly dark and creepy? Are you in between like me and you love a little bit of both? I hope I find more people like me that are weird and like the cute and the creepy. But yeah, those were my favorite reads so far. Like I said, I narrowed it down to only the first volumes that were released in 2024 this year. So lots of other volumes I've read and super loved this year. But yeah, I just really wanted to talk about them. Some I had mentioned before, but I hope you didn't mind me mentioning them again. I still think they're really, really wonderful and worth the mention. And yeah, let me know what your favorite 2024 reads are so far. We're halfway through the year, folks. Oh my god. I just need summer to go away though. I am so hot all the time now. I hate summer. It's like it feels like the year is just zooming by, but right now I'm like, okay, just zoom by quicker because I can't handle the heat. I'm a baby. I like it cold. What can I say? I hope you are surviving the heat wherever you are in the world. And thank you so much for watching this video. Until next time, bye!